Hello everyone, nice to meet you. This is the first episode of a very new channel I'm just starting called Decode Chip, which is named after one of my blogs that I've had for several years ago. So yeah, I thought maybe I'll start recording YouTube videos following the trend. Very late to the trend probably, but yeah, maybe better late than never. So to kickstart things off, I thought I'll make a video about a very super popular subject these days and super controversial subject these days as well, all over the internet, which is AI assisted coding, right? So AI assisted coding tools, and one of them is the one and only and super popular these days, Cursor, which is an AI code editor which has been getting a lot of attention recently. So I thought, maybe it's worth making a video about this as I actually tried to use it. So I dabbled a bit into it, but I haven't really used it. So the objective of this video, or maybe multiple videos, because I'm just gonna spend 1 hour today, but maybe we're gonna build something across multiple videos using Cursor. The objective is to be able to build something end to end, like build the UI, build the backend, mostly via prompting. So I really want to see how much actually it can do alone, right? With the least amount of actual code written possible by me. Now, with that, to set some expectations, I think we will definitely have code that is not really great, probably code that could be written better, could be optimized better, organized better, and whatnot. So to set some expectations there, this is not a clean code session. This is not a production code session. This is probably experimental MVP prototype kind of coding session. I'll be using Tailwind for the UI, which I think would go really well with such a tool, because everything is in the same file, so it's kind of easy to reason about everything and just like edit over and over again without having to expand the context on multiple files. Maybe it's good at that, I don't know. Again, I'm not really that much into this tool yet, and at the same time, as well, I'll use AlpineJS for the simple JavaScript probably that's going to be needed for this tool, right? For this project, and then for a backend, I'll just probably go with what do you call it? FastAPI. Again, maybe and probably it's not going to be the best usage ever of FastAPI, but well, it's something to play with and play around. So the main objective here is to see how well does this tool do with actually building end-to-end prototypes that actually work with the least amount of intervention from a code perspective. We're going to be prompting it, looking at results, adding them in, and so on and so forth. So that's the overall idea. So without further ado, let's get started. I'll probably try to present what we might want to basically be working on. So the idea is that I thought we could probably look into building a tool that allows you to schedule your tweets, right? So it's probably reinventing many things that already exist for sure, and that's totally fine. It's not about the end product here or even the end code, but about really like what's the process is like. Do we really end up getting something really good at the end? How good is that? All of that stuff. So let's maybe set some like requirements together on like what we might want to be building here. Okay, so let me see. So I'm gonna put this here. So that's like maybe we can get some wireframing done just to kind of like brainstorm a bit of what we want to be building. So we're talking tweet scheduler, okay? So let's think about it this way, just to have like kind of something in our mind while we're actually working on this. So probably we're gonna need a text area, right? Put somewhere. We're gonna need some kind of label. I haven't used this tool in a while, but yeah, let's see. So add your tweet here to, well, write your tweet here to schedule. Whoops. Okay. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Something like this. Doesn't have to look good. This is just for us to decide on what we want to build, right? Probably something centered. Then basically we need a date picker, probably like date time picker. Date time picker. Well, I'll just go for a date chooser here. So let's say you choose your date, right? There should be a field for the time. So let's say this is also for the time. Again, super scrappy, just to get this into our frame of mind and try to understand what we want to do. So date. Okay, let's say we want the time as well. So we have this kind of like a form, right? That's our requirement. Probably we need some kind of counter for our tweet size. So maybe like something like this. So let's say this would start as 0. So going to the very left, kind of like reminds me of like the old Twitter, I would say. So like that. What else? We need a button, probably something like this. Schedule. Oops. Yeah, sorry, it's quite late in the evening. I'm quite tired, but yeah, trying to push through this. Schedule. What else do we want? Okay, let's say so far this is it. Okay, let's say this is what, because probably we're gonna get a bit more creative as we start kind of like, I think, getting results on the actual thing. Then below, we're gonna be having like some kind of list. No, this is too small as a list. Probably something like text area, rectangle, field set. What do we have here? All, alert box. iOS menu. Yeah, let's just not overthink it. No, this is a button. Trying to find something that could just work as like representing, you know, the actual field. Okay, I'll just throw in a rectangle here. Let's take another label. Where's our labels? Subtitle, there you go. Scheduled tweets. Okay, and then here is 1, and then we're gonna throw in some paragraph. There you go, that's the paragraph of our tweet, let's say. Then maybe I'm gonna make like two buttons here. Oop, where was the button? We had one. Button bar. Yeah, this could work. Like, let's say I want send immediately or delete, right? So that would basically, like, in both cases, either delete or send it immediately. Like, so you send immediately and then it will basically go off schedule and send it, or you just delete it. For example, what else can we add in here? We'll see. I think with time we'll see. I could even take it up a notch as well, and maybe, like, I don't know, make the editor actually have like some kind of like LLM assisted editing. Could be interesting as well. We can look into that. So let's say it's just a schedule button, but also like some kind of like, yeah, like maybe a button like here, right? Let's make it a bit harder for this. Like, you know, like those embedded buttons that basically get into the actual text field and stuff, where let's say we call this optimize, and then it just optimizes this magically and then replaces the text, and then you click on schedule and then you get it, right? Okay, so I think we have something that could work. We can get started with. So we have our tweet scheduler. So tweet scheduler. Okay, great. So let's actually build this with cursor. Okay, so I'll go to, okay, so that's the cursor site. I already downloaded cursor. You can download for free. There's like a demo you can go through. I'm not gonna go through a demo obviously here. The video itself is the demo. So yeah. Edit natural language, very interesting. Okay, cool. Okay, let's just get started. So I already prepared as well this IDE that they allow you to download, basically, that is based on VS Code pretty much. Well, it is VS Code with like some additional stuff that they've added for cursor to work. For me, I have like set up something super simple. I have an environment set up, Python environment, virtual environment. In my virtual environment, I've got basically installed FastAPI, and that's it. And that's like a very basic skeleton for FastAPI. Adding like a folder for static if I need to. Some templating if I need to. Jinja template, that's the home page, that's the index. This calls the index, and this is my index, which is quite empty. I just include the Tailwind, the full Tailwind as is. I don't care at this stage. Again, we are just prototyping, so performance and whatnot, I know the whole story about performance, and this is the worst way to include Tailwind, I know. It's just, we're prototyping, we don't care, right? Same thing for Alpine. I just added it from the CDN like this. Everything is going to be in one file for now. This is a prototyping session. We're just trying things out and trying to see our friend, how good actually he is, right, at generating code that can be used for prototyping purposes. So I'm going to always be doing this reminder, I guess, just so that we don't overthink, right, the stuff we're doing here. Okay. So let's get started. So we have an empty page, okay? So I'm, in the next several minutes, and maybe even for the whole video, I'll be mainly focusing on just getting the UI, like getting a very nice clean UI with Tailwind up and running, right? So that's gonna be the main priority. And then after that, we'll see what to do. Maybe we'll do it in another video. We'll see. Let's see how far we can go with prototyping a UI. Okay. So let's get some water. So the other thing, this video is not really going to be that much edited, if any. So it's gonna be as is, just me trying things out. Probably make mistakes. That's fine. We'll just, yeah. Just enjoy the enjoy it. Okay, so what am I gonna do now? Okay, so basically there's a shortcut called Command L typically in with this tool, which will allow you basically to ask anything. You basically choose your model, right? Here, for example, by default, it is Claude 3.5 Sonnet, which, based on what I understood, is the best so far in terms of like for when used with this tool. You can mention files, like which files you want to load into the context. I think that's extremely interesting. You can add an image. Interesting. Well, I didn't know you can add an image. Maybe we'll test it at a later stage. For example, let's say we want to theme it based on, let's say, something. Maybe we'll see if it picks up the colors or something. We'll see. Let's see. That's already starting to get very interesting. Okay. So Command L will open up this chat. If you want to edit in place, like a specific area or a specific section, you can do like a Command K, and that will basically allow you to kind of edit on top of whatever you've actually highlighted within this. So probably we're going to be using both, right? So let's start with this H1 thing. Let's say I'm gonna call this tweet scheduler. Oh, I call it scheduled. Okay, so let's fix this. Okay, so we have that. What else? So let's see. Okay, it's already suggesting stuff. Interesting. Okay, div input text placeholder enter tweet button schedule. Okay, not bad, not bad. Let's just, I'm gonna click tab and then we're gonna get that. Okay, fine. Let's see, what do we have here? Okay, we have something that barely is something that looks okay. This is probably because Tailwind resets the CSS, so like this is fully reset CSS. Okay, let's see. So let's start by prompting this thing and tell it the following. Let's get a bit ambitious. So I'm gonna tell it, okay. Okay. Let's move this code. Well, yeah, move this code into a properly centered container. Which will have the text box and the button for scheduling below it. Give it some basic styling, as this will be the main section of the application in the page. Okay, all should be in Tailwind CSS. Okay, so let's submit this, and now it's gonna get into working its magic. Okay, nice. So it deleted basically this thing up, and it is replacing it with this piece of code. So it's getting flex, item center, justify center. So that's the wrapper. Then inside W full max, PG white rounded. Okay, interesting. This is the actual section that is inside. Background is white. The background of the wrapper is gray. Okay, fair enough. Schedule your tweet, input space. Okay, so let's accept it. Okay, and let's see what this looks like. Okay, nice. Okay, looks okay-ish so far. Let's do some more iterations on this. First thing, we need this to be a text area. Okay, so I'm gonna tell it this should be a nicely looking text area and not a text input. Okay, generate, accept. Okay, go back, refresh, schedule your tweet. Okay, okay, not bad. Okay, okay, so now we have this text box. So we have this. Okay, let's okay, so it is centered, but I want it to be like a bit more up. I think it is too centered vertically. I think it shouldn't be that much centered vertically. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna tell it the container of my content is too much centered vertically. Make it longer. Yeah, I think if it increases the height, longer in the height, and showing a bit more towards the upper side of the screen. So here I'm using like very human language with the least possible technical terms on purpose to see like how good this is. So let's see. Oh wow, nice. Okay, that's really cool. I'm quite surprised it got this. Okay, nice. What did it even write? I just accepted just to see how it looks like. So imagine how lazy I am right now. So I just accepted anything and then just wanted to look at it. But I mean, who cares? Okay, file max. Okay, interesting. PT20. Okay, fine. I think that works. Let's see. So we have schedule your tweet, enter tweet, schedule. Okay. So now we need to add, I think a date picker and a time picker. Okay. So let's see. I'm gonna tell it extend this code in order to have a date picker and time picker using native HTML components in order to let the user select the date and time of publishing. Okay, so it created a flex container. It will have two components, each with a label, publish date, publish time. Very nice. Input, and then date and time. Okay, nice. I accept it. Let's see how this looks like. Okay, that's quite decent. Okay, not bad at all. Not bad at all. I like that. Okay, nice. I think in terms of width, it's just too small, right? This white main container. I'm gonna ask it to actually expand the width a bit because we're gonna be writing text here, right? So let me, let's see. I'm gonna switch to the chat, just see like how this looks like in chat. So here it already will be using index.html because I have it open here in the tab. So let's ask it. The main white container is too small in terms of width. Increase it to make it easier for the user to type in text in the text box. Okay, so I just need, I think, to command enter. No, I just need to enter. Okay. Oh, there you go. Okay, so it just did it here. There should be a way for me to accept the changes, no? If I just enter like that. Oh, I think it should have been just enter. Then it will basically, okay, there you go. It will provide a suggestion and then I can actually accept the suggestion by applying it. Oh, I apply it, right? I check the diff here of what it actually did. So here it basically just increased the width into W2XL. That's it pretty much. And then all I have to do is accept. Okay, so I've accepted and we have a bigger section. Okay, that looks good. That looks good. Nice. Okay, so I want to move the schedule your tweet to the left. I think I don't like it in the middle like that. So let's just give it the order. Move the header. Is it the header? Yeah, called schedule your tweet from the middle into the left. No need to have it centered. Okay, nice. Okay, apply. There you go. All right, accept, and I'll just trust whatever it wrote. Well, I saw what it wrote, but I'll just refresh every single time and go see it. So let's see what else we can do in terms of changes. Okay, so now I have that. I have the buttons. Yes, I want the counter. Okay, let's make the counter. So where do we want to actually place the counter? So I'm gonna place it up here on the same level as this, but probably in like a smaller font, right? At the same level as this schedule your tweet thing. I'm gonna do it there. So I don't know if actually I can use some highlighting here, but yeah, if not, it's fine. Okay. So let's try it. These fields are working great. Okay. Let's see. What do we tell it to do? First, we need to actually create this placeholder for the counter. Okay. So create a counter placeholder right above the text box, text area. To the left on the same level as the h2 element. This will be a counter to count the number of words, well, characters actually, number of characters in the tweet. Okay, so let's see what it does. Certainly, add character, Okay, there's it is, char count, text SM, text gray, 0 out of 280. Nice, okay. Okay, so 0 out of 280. Yeah, okay, so it's showing them. Okay, yeah, makes sense actually. Actually, I thought it's gonna just put any number as a placeholder, but actually it was quite, it nicely put like 0/280. Okay, nice, I like it. Let's accept everything. Let's go and check how this looks like. This is very decent, I would say. Very, very decent. Okay. Now, let's actually do some JavaScript logic. So now I can like write anything, right? And it will just allow me to. So let's try to get it to write some AlpineJS from scratch, and let's see how this goes. So this is exciting. So I would expect it, I would tell it to actually create the script here in the same file. I think it will anyways. And what I want to do is I want to have a state, right? And my state should be simply just keeping track of the the amount of characters that have been written so far on this page. Okay, let's try that out. So I'm gonna tell it initialize a state based on AlpineJS framework in a script tag at the at the end of the body of this file. This will hold the number of characters that have been written into the text area. So I'm going to extend this and say once you've done that, apply a binding between this value and the counter for the number of characters in this page. In addition, add a proper event listener on the text area so that it counts the number of characters in it every time a user writes. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see what it came back with. That's quite fast. So text area ID tweet content X on input. Okay, that's our event. That event is basically calling an update char count function. Okay, not bad. That's our placeholder. Okay, great. And then our char count is this state variable. Excellent. Here we're doing x-text for a template, like a simple template for the span in AlpineJS. Amazing. And then that's our little state, return char count, and then we have this function being callable there. So I think this should work. Let's apply, accept, save. Let's try it out. Okay, let's see. This is my first tweet. Amazing on this thing. Okay, so I'm gonna copy this multiple times. See, okay, it's gonna pass the limit. Okay, so now let's actually make it apply a limit. Okay, so let's think about it. How do we want to apply a limit? Well, once it reaches a specific limit, I think it will need to stop allowing us to edit the text area. Well, no, actually it would still allow us to edit the text area. It's just the schedule button should turn off, should be disabled. So yeah, maybe we start with that. Okay, maybe we start with that, and okay, let it make the counter turn red once it actually goes over the limit. Okay, that would be cool. Okay, so update the code such that once the I think I've been using a very small font so far, so I hope this is a bit better for the viewers in the video. So sorry if it was too small before. I'll just keep it this way now. So I'm going to update the code such that once the limit on the characters has passed, the counted number turns into red. As well, if the number of characters are passing the limit, make sure to disable the scheduling button. I'm gonna give it a tip. You might want to actually store the limit in an actual state variable. Okay, this way we can probably reuse it, and I'm gonna see actually if it's gonna replace it in the template as well. If it does, that would be amazing. Actually, that would be like a really cool sign. Actually, like, yeah, I mean, oh, amazing! It did. So it actually replaced the character limit. It added it into the state. This is just amazing. Like for prototyping, I mean, this is like just excellent. It saves so much time. so much less like mental stress about writing all of this boilerplate stuff. It's really cool. Enter tweet where we are. Okay, class. Okay, nice. It's applying a class. Excellent. It's applying a class based on the condition with a char count greater than char limit. Text read 500. Amazing. Okay, so I'm gonna apply this, accept, save. Okay, voila, let's go. Testing. Now it's counting. There you go. It went over the limit, and the button got disabled, so we can't really do that anymore. There you go. Excellent. I think this is really cool. Okay. So now I'm gonna add one more thing to this UI as well, which is I want to add a button inside the text area, like kind of like floating as well. It's not really floating. I'm gonna add it inside it. I want to see what it actually gives me. I want to see that, and we'll look at the code. So I want a button inside the text area, like kind of like rounded looking, maybe just nicer than this, to actually do like allow us to optimize the text. So maybe this way we can just send the text to, let's say, a LLM model. It optimizes the tweet, returns it back, replaces it back into the text area, and that would be the idea, right? So I'm gonna try doing that. So let's see if it's gonna work out. Well, honestly, with the results we have so far, I'm quite optimistic actually. Okay. So what we're gonna tell it to do? Okay, let's add a button to the very top of the text area. It should be inside the text area, which and it has to be fully rounded circle and with a gray background. Okay. This button has no text, just an icon of a magic wand. Okay, magic wand. So like, you know, magic wand to kind of transform the text. Let's try this out. Okay, what do we have here? Button absolute. Okay, looking good. So that's an absolute positioning. Top 2, right 2, PG gray hover. Okay, it added the hovering as well. Rounded full, transition. Oh, interesting. There's also a transition. Very nice. Okay, let's see. And there's an SVG. So let's see what's inside that SVG. I'm gonna accept everything. And let's try this out. Okay, well, it's not a magic wand per se, but well, it's good enough. I mean, it looks good enough. My main problem here is that if I write here, like I don't want this style. I want it basically to kind of like still be able to write, right? I want to still be able to write from the very beginning. Like, I don't like this white space here. And then it will be cut off as soon as it reaches the button, right? And then goes down. I think what it needs to do is probably wrap the text area with a kind of like, with a div, and then have a text area inside, and then make it look like a text area. So it looks like as if it's inside it, but it's not really inside it. I think that's what it really needs to do down the hood. But what I'm gonna do here is that I'm gonna give it a very human. I'm not gonna give it the solution. I'm just gonna give it the problem and then see what it's gonna give me. So I'm gonna tell it like enter tweet should be starting at the very beginning, something like that. Let's see. Okay. The text, the editable area of the text area should start from the very beginning of the component. Because of the button that has been added, there seems to be overlap between them when the button is inside. Keep the button inside where it is, but we need to fix this overlap. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we have still absolute placeholder pt border. Okay, rounded MD. I don't see anything that is different, unless I'm mistaken here. I'm not sure what it's even doing, so let's see. I'm gonna just try to see the diff here. I don't see any diff actually. It did nothing. Yeah, didn't do anything. Didn't do anything. Actually, why is this starting from here? Maybe I need to check this. Let's see on DevTools. Yeah, let me just put this here like that. Oh, actually it is the padding that is causing this. Oh, it is the padding. So if I just remove the padding, I think it just works. So maybe I can just tell it to remove the padding. Ah, there you go. Ah, but why is it like this? Oh, yeah, because it's one word. Okay, there you go. So I will just remove the padding, but there is still an overlap. Okay, so I'll tell it first to remove the padding from the text area. Remove the padding from the text area and fix the overlap with the button. Let's see what it's gonna do. Apply. Okay, what do we have here? Border, where's that? Text area. Okay, outline H332P2. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Very nice. Okay, interesting. Okay, so actually it just spaced it out from here. What it did is that, yeah, it just added like a padding from inside so that the text is padded away from the button. Okay, actually it's smart enough. I mean, not bad. It's a smart idea. And this way they won't overlap. Okay, I mean, it's a cool hack, I would say. It's not bad. I think there's definitely better ways to do this, but yeah, we'll just go with this. I think we need a longer text area. I need to increase it by 1 row, I think. So I'll actually add that as well. Increase the height of the text area by 1 row of text. Okay, so we've got the button, we've got all of that. Great, apply, accept, okay, done. Okay, nice, nice. So the interesting part is that so far we've been, I don't know how long, 30 minutes more, I don't know, not even counting. I don't even have a timer anywhere. And so far I have not written a single line of code. Like none of that I've written it. It's all fully generated, and that's really amazing. Like I was able to prototype all of this so far just in English, which is, I mean, quite a thing, right? It's something to think about. It's something to consider, right? Like I mean, this tool is serious. Like this is really serious. I mean, yes, it is an MVP. It is all in one page. Fine, it's a prototype, but still, for prototyping purposes, this is really good. Like the amount of text, the amount of code it actually churned out is already a lot. It was quite quick, and this is just the first time I'm using it. I mean, this is I would say this is quite impressive so far, right? Yeah, let's continue. Let's continue. Let's do this section below. Again, still fully client side so far. I think the server side stuff I'll keep it for another video because I'm starting to get tired. But I mean, maybe I'll do the second section now. So let's do it. I'm gonna go super general on it now. I'm just gonna tell it. There's this, okay, I need a section below that will simply list all the tweets, each with its own schedule, okay? In a, let's say in a nice way, okay? Or like in a neat way, okay? Let's do that. So I think now, given the whole context it has and all the context it's loaded in, I think now it's gonna get better and better because it should, I would expect it to really understand now more and more the use case and what we're actually trying to do, and then probably come up with like very interesting and clean, like a clean UI below it. Okay. Implement a section right below the main section, which lists all the tweets and the date, time that they are scheduled for. In addition, for every tweet, there should be two buttons. One that has the option of send now, okay, and one to delete tweet, or let's say publish now, right? Publish now or delete. I want to delete. Okay. What else do we want out of this? Okay, I wanted to actually create like 3 examples. Create 3 examples. Well, 2 entries. 2 entries of the static content, and write them as lorem ipsum. Okay, let's go. Okay, so I created an unordered list inside the container. Okay, separate div, amazing, with a title, scheduled tweets. This is really nice. This is really nice. Scheduled for, fantastic. Okay, then publish now, delete. Oh, this is really neat. I think this will look very decent. I'm just gonna accept everything. Let's go. You only live once. Okay, nice. So we have our scheduled tweets. These are the tweets scheduled for 2023. interesting choice of dates in the past. Publish now and delete. Oh, very nice, very nice. This is quite cool, I would say. Very neat. Good enough. I think it's. I mean, this is already usable. I think this is already usable by itself, for sure, for sure. Okay, one thing I wanted to test is this image thing. I've never even tried this image upload thing. I want to do something. I want to give it a theme of some existing old website or whatever, and I wanted to retheme this Tailwind thing, right, with the colors of that other site. Let's see how that. I have no idea what it might be able to do. Maybe it's gonna do nothing, but I really want to test this. So what I will look up right now on the other screen is the original Twitter style, back when Twitter used to be something much nicer than today. And then I'm gonna submit that and then tell it to do that. So actually I have it open here. I looked it up. This is one of the old designs of Twitter. Okay, I mean, actually this looks better what I have, I think, but yeah, let's try it. Let's see if it's gonna maybe be able to get some stuff from this and like create a theme, and yeah, that would be amazing. Let's see. So let me save this somewhere. Let me save this on my desktop. I'll go save it on the other side. Desktop, save. Okay, let's see. So okay, let's load into the context and image. Where's my image? There you go. This is Twitter creation. Okay, open. Voila. Okay, that's our context. Given the attached image, extract the main colors inside it. Based on that, create a color palette / theme, which then should be used to theme up the application and color it on top of Tailwind. Let's see. Okay, light blue. Oh wow. Okay, it picked up the hexadecimal codes. Okay. It created the Tailwind config. Okay. Interesting. But where's the oh, but these are like, can I play this? What is this? Apply to current file. No, I don't have this. I need to configure Tailwind for this. Can't it just like do it like that? Actually, is there a way in Tailwind to... yeah, I'm gonna have to define it there. Now you can use the custom colors. Interesting, but actually it does have everything. It's just it doesn't have this this play button. I don't know what it does. You know what? I'm just gonna click it. Let's see what happens. Apply to current file. Continue. Oh. Full border, absolute right. Interesting, but it didn't add the config thing. I think it's just oh, BG blue Twitter light hover. Okay, but I don't have a config for Tailwind. Where will it pick that up from? Okay, I'm gonna accept it. Let's see what this, but that's super weird. Yeah, it's not gonna work because I don't have this config anywhere. I will then have to set up Tailwind. It's gonna take some time, maybe. I don't know if I should do it in this video. Okay, well, I thought this would be quite... Okay, you know what? I'm not sure if we can actually inject those into this without having to define a whole Tailwind configuration. But I'm gonna ask it. Let's go. Oh, so I reverted the change. Okay, I'm gonna revert the changes. Reject, save, go back. Okay, I'm gonna ask it. Okay, the above is great. Any way to integrate the color definitions directly inside this HTML without a Tailwind configuration file defined? I'm not sure. I never tried it. I've always did a configuration, but I thought like here it's maybe not needed. So right. So define them in CSS. Okay, yeah, makes sense. Twitter blue. So define them as CSS variables. Okay. Color var. Okay. Yeah, makes sense. Okay, let's try it out. Let's see. Will this work? Continue. Okay. Accept. Let's see. Whoa, nice. Well, I mean, it is nice. Could be better, I think. I mean, doesn't look great. Could have looked better, I think. But it's not bad. I mean, yeah, maybe I could have done a better job with the selection of colors and whatnot. But technically it works. Like what I wanted to test, it technically works. Like, I mean, yeah. I mean, it technically works. Why not? Now the question is, should I keep the colors? I don't really like them. Yeah, what about the red thing? How does it work now? How does it look like? Let's see. Yeah, well, no, I don't like it. I'm gonna revert this. It was just an experiment. It did pass the experiment, I would say. It's just, I mean, I think also my request was too vague. Maybe if I organized the colors properly, I mean, also, I mean, I took it a bit to the extreme here. So if I organized the colors properly, I think it could have worked out better. One last thing to finish up the UI, I think I'm gonna ask it to add a top bar here. And I'll call it today. So let's see. Update the UI so that it has a top bar, top prominent application bar with the title on it to the left. Okay. That should give us something, I think. No, I don't want the Twitter thing. Oh, now it's actually adding it all the time. Okay, you know what? I'll just clear this thing. New chat. Let's start from clean. Update the code such that have a top app bar containing the h1 title, which is the logo, and should be to the very left of the top bar. Okay. Okay. Oh. Why did it delete all of that? 1 second. Oh, that's why. Okay, I think it added a new wrapper. Oh no, the body, and then it added a header, and then main flex grow, and then okay, so it added everything into a main, and then now it has a header. So it's actually proper HTML. Like it's this is like, I mean, this is proper. This is good code. Like overall, I mean, it's good Tailwind code. It's not bad at all. So I mean, I think this is quite decent. Okay, nice. Ah, well, it's blue. I think it can look better than this. Yeah, I'm gonna make it white. Well, make it white, but the font in blue. Okay. Okay. Well, flip the colors in the header. Make the background white with some shading, and the font to the blue. Apply. Accept. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Well, not bad. Not bad. I think. Yeah. I think if I had more time, probably I would like think a bit more about the design. Maybe in the next session we can do that. I want to do one more thing. Just one more thing. I'm actually getting tired. I'm saying this to myself. I want to make this dynamic from now. Like just you know, client-side dynamic. Okay, so I'm gonna ask it again to just create the state, update the state variables to include an object. The object will basically be the actual tweet, and then populate this with a template on the scheduled tweets. Let's just do that, and we'll call it a day. So yeah. Okay. Update the code such that the state will now contain actual tweet objects populated by the form, and have them display in order. Well, in order, in descending order. Let's make it like that. Descending order relative to the publication time. So the latest on top, let's say. Okay. Everything. Make sure to do all the binding. To do all the binding in AlpineJS between the state and the UI components. Let's see. This is already amazing, honestly. Like, it's already amazing. This is already something. I mean, yeah. So, text area. We need something on the button. Excellent. Okay, button schedule event. That's our binding. This will call a function. There you go. Then we've got here, what do we have here? Let me open this. Make this bigger. Yeah. Okay, then we have scheduled tweets. We have a template for the sorted tweets. And there's a key by the tweet ID. This is neat. This is really neat. Okay, and then a list element, and then inside we have the content and the publish now. Wow, it even have a publish now function and a delete function. Amazing. With the tweet ID and scheduled for. Okay. So this is fully dynamic. Excellent. Okay, and that's our state. That's our JavaScript code. A new tweet is okay, initialized empty like that. Fine. Tweets array char limit. Okay, fine. And then we have our functions. There's even some like very light form validation. Not bad. Not bad. I mean, obviously this can be done better. The form validation, all of that stuff. Again, it's not a problem. You can always change the code, right? But like for a first pass, I mean, this is quite good, I would say. And then sorted tweets gets the sorted tweets. Okay. Date A, date B, and then okay, fine. Schedule tweet, and that will basically push it to the array. Yeah, I mean, not bad. Not bad at all. I think this should work. Apply, accept. Okay, let's try it out. Whoa, okay. Yeah, makes sense. It's disabled. True, probably it added that binding as well. Okay, because it's empty, right? Okay, so let's say this is my new text, the tweety. I'm gonna put 25 and I'm gonna publish it for 23:41 and schedule. Okay, now we have it down there. I'm gonna add another thing and choose a date, choose a time, and then schedule. Amazing. And it is sorted 23:41, 2:43, 8:25. Let's say I click publish now. Does nothing. Deletes it. Okay, amazing. Okay, so I think we already got a lot of stuff out of the door today. This is already a very decent UI. I think we can definitely build on top of it a nice backend later. Again, with cursor as well. So I'm gonna be doing a follow-up video on this one, where I go ahead and actually do this do this on top of like FastAPI and integrate it with that, and maybe like a small database. I'm still not sure what kind of database I want. Maybe an SQLite, and then like define a simple model. We'll see. It's going to be in the next video. Just want to thank you for staying up till now. I really hope you found this interesting or intriguing to maybe, do your own kind of experimentation with this. Yeah, if you have any comments, any feedback, feel free to put it in the comments in YouTube. Share it, like it, subscribe if you want. This is the very first video of this channel. Hopefully more will come. And yeah, thank you very much for listening, and hope to see you soon. Thank you.